Thank you very much. Dear family, friends, alumni from the class of 67 and from other classes, dear INSEAD board members, staff, and faculty, it is my pleasure to welcome you to the MBA graduation for the class of July 2017. And especially I want to welcome all of you, our graduates. You're about to enter a time of great excitement, great change, great movement, geographically, professionally, and intellectually, and undoubtedly a time of great success in your lives. Today, our focus is on you. Today is not the end, it is the beginning of your relationship with INSEAD. You are the INSEAD of the future. When you joined INSEAD 10 months ago, you did not join a predetermined, well-navigated, templated program. When you joined INSEAD, you joined a program that continuously changes. We change with you, and I hope that you changed with INSEAD. Today, I hope that INSEAD allows you, in fact, I will say INSEAD demands that you embrace your role in the world as a disruptor, transformational change agent, or an outstanding leader. Most importantly, I hope that INSEAD has prepared you to be a force for good in the world. I want to talk a little bit about the history of INSEAD because of our guests who probably don't know that much. INSEAD was started 60 years ago. First class graduated in 1960 here in the Chateau of Fontainebleau. What is important about our history is that our founder, Georges Doriot, and his students, or Claude Janssen is with us here today, they wanted to create not only bring management education in Europe, not only a European business school, but one of the key purposes of INSEAD was to promote peace and prosperity by bringing people together from all over the world. Instead of fighting with each other, INSEAD was supposed to be a place where the Brits, Germans, French, the rest of Europeans will be able to build businesses together. From day one, INSEAD had a very noble mission to promote peace and prosperity, in addition to bring management education to Europe. From day one, our school was transformational in many ways, and it was global, diverse, was promoting tolerance and inclusiveness. In our first three classes, 1960, 61, and 62, there were refugees already in our classes. At that time, they were coming from communist Hungary and Czechoslovakia. Today, we uphold these values. We believe that INSEAD continues to be a place that promotes peace and prosperity by bringing 93 nationalities on campus today. We are also independent and mission-driven school. And I think that it is very important for you, our future alumni, to know that INSEAD is not owned by anybody. In fact, I was asked this question in Canada at an interview. The journalist asked me, who owns INSEAD? I said, nobody. She was very surprised because every business school is part of a university. The university can tell them, we don't want you to exist anymore and close it down. Or they're part of a government structure. The government can decide to stop them. Or they're part of a private enterprise. So some schools are privately owned. They maximize shareholders' return. INSEAD is different. We are a mission-driven school. We are not owned by anybody. So every single day, every single second, we have to ask ourselves, why do we exist? Why is INSEAD here? And I believe that we are here in order to help people like you develop into future leaders, entrepreneurs, and managers who now, with your skills and knowledge, will be able to change the world for the better. When INSEAD started in 1959, admitting the first class of students here, nobody thought how far it can go. Today, we're celebrating so many amazing achievements of our school. INSEAD was the first school to start the one-year MBA program, the first school with a truly international cohort, and today, again, we're still the only truly global school. We're the first school that has a multiple campus structure, We're the first ones to start customized executive education programs, and so on. INSEAD has been a pioneer, innovating in many different ways, and has achieved tremendous success. 50 years ago, in 1967, INSEAD was one of the first schools, business schools in the world, to admit women to its MBA program, welcoming Hélène Ploix and Solange Perret in the class of 1968. Today, of course, things are very different, and we are very proud and happy to see that in this class we're graduating 155 women. We have gone a long way, and we are very proud of these achievements. I can talk about the recognition of the school, the rankings, the awards, and there are many. But what is most important is then when you look inside the school, when you look at the students, the alumni, when you look at our faculty, what they're doing and what they're passionate about, these are the real things that make me certain that the school is on the right track. And I just want to mention two things. In April this year, we received the news from the competition at Wharton called the MBA Impact Investment Network and Training Program Award, where 25 schools, the top schools, were competing with teams. The team from 17D won the first prize for a project that promotes healthcare education, online healthcare education for India. And I think that that's a very noble project. But then 3 days later, we received also news from Kellogg, where our team from 17J were competing against other teams in the real estate competition. They won with a project called People Pods, where they're trying to create safe and clean housing for migrant workers in Asia. And these were Daniel Layuk, Panita von Kusolkit, and Willard Walker. Congratulations. When you look at stories like this, these are the things that make us believe that INSEAD is on the right track, that it's not only a business school that teaches management education, but it's a business school that changes the world for the better. I can also talk about the faculty achievements, because our faculty are very passionate about the job that they do, and they're one of the most impactful group of academics in the world. I know that many of you have seen them in action in class. To be honest, one of the things that I miss as a dean of the school is that I cannot teach in the MBA class anymore. I really enjoyed it, and believe me, getting a song on YouTube is quite something. Now, I really want you to put your hands together to thank our faculty sitting there for what they have done for you in this year. Thank you. Today, the world is changing. We see the rise of populism, we see increased inequality, we see some unsustainable behavior, climate change, and so on. We see growing tensions between business and society. Many countries have observed how the general population views the business elites and the political elites with distrust and even, in some cases, disdain. We have to change this. INSEAD is a different school. We have to respond to these challenges, and we have to seize it as an opportunity. These tensions between business and society have come about because in many cases, some businesses have not behaved in the way that actually makes business as a force for good. We can have a static relationship with the society, just living there and hoping that things will improve. Transactional relationship with a society where businesses create jobs or provide parts of the profits for CSR. But actually, we want to be different. We want to have a transformational relationship with the society. So when you create your companies, like the project team from 17D and 17J did, when you create your enterprises, you not only create value for your shareholders, but you also contribute to social progress and change. INSEAD is passionate about the mission as business as a force for good, and we want to change the role of business in society. As a result, in a few months, we'll announce the new curriculum will come into place with several courses on business and society, but we want to create a very strong institute of researching these tensions and understanding how can we improve both the society and business performance at the same time. Today is your time. Your class, your generation is showing how business can be both a force for good and also contribute to business performance and returns. All of you matter. You're today needed more than ever, and I hope that with your skills, you'll be able to deliver on this promise. Today is not the end. Today is the beginning of your relationship with the school. When you joined INSEAD, you came here to join some of the brightest professors and most impactful faculty in the world. You were sitting next to the smartest people in the world, but also you joined a global alumni network which is unparalleled. With 54,000 alumni in 174 countries, there is no school that can come even close to this. And what you will observe is that these people, our alumni, are as dedicated to the school as you are, because INSEAD is you. I want you to join them in these efforts of promoting the school and helping the school move further. INSEAD is a joint project. It is not the project of the dean or of the board. And I hope you will help us move to the next level. What is most interesting to me is that at every meeting with alumni around the world, I hear over and over again the same thing. INSEAD was a transformational year in my life. Some people would say even INSEAD was the best year in my life. To us who did not graduate from INSEAD, this is a bit shocking. I don't talk about my school like this. In fact, the first time I heard it was in 2013. I was appointed on 1st of October as Dean of INSEAD. 10 days later, we had a reunion of the class of 63, 68, 73, and 78. I was sitting next to an alumnus from Austria, Günther Mauerhofer, and I asked him, Günther, why did you apply to INSEAD? Today, we have all the rankings, we have marketing tricks, we know how to attract students. But in 1962, who knew INSEAD? His eyes literally brightened up, and he said, you know what? I heard about this place in Fontainebleau where people from all over Europe were getting together to build businesses together and to learn together instead of fighting with each other. And, you know, I just got on my car and I went to Fontainebleau. And then he said, it was the best year in my life. It was the first time I heard this. I was thinking that he was very nostalgic about, you know, his young days and maybe who knows what they were doing in the forest of Fontainebleau. But then, 3 years ago, I was landing in Zurich, and as I was walking to pick up my luggage, a young guy ran up to me and said, are you the Dean of INSEAD? I was in jeans and t-shirt, so it was difficult to recognize me as such. I asked him, how do you know? He said, I'm actually a student at INSEAD 2014J, about to graduate in 2 months. So I asked him, Christoph, how are things going at INSEAD? Do you like it? Is there something that we can do better? And he said, it is really wonderful. It is the best year in my life. Over and over and over again, I really envy you, but also I think that today you have to take this year and move with it forward and make the impact that we expect from you. On our side, we will try to make sure that you're always proud to say, I earned my MBA at INSEAD. So I want to close with 3 charges to you, call to action. Do identify yourself as an INSEAD MBA. Connect with the community. But first and foremost, be brave and find your passion. Stay out of your comfort zone. Our alumni, our students, are the ones that change the world. Today we need more action than ever before. Challenge yourself. There is this saying by the famous American philosopher Forrest Gump that life is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you'll get. Take a risk and see what you get, and I'm sure that it will be good. Second, if INSEAD is the business school for the world, I must ask for each one of you to determine how you will contribute to that. How will you make sure that business is a force for good? We are a mission-driven school with very strong values. We want to be different, and we want you to be different, values-driven business leaders. Third, I'm asking from each one of you to become a true ambassador for INSEAD. Because INSEAD is different, because we represent the world. It may not be easy at first, because you may go to places where diversity is not as cherished as it is here at INSEAD, because inclusion might be a strange concept, because people look at others from different ethnicity or religion, and they don't accept them as part of their community. So it might be different, but I know that you can do it because these are the INSEAD values. So going forward, let us continue to champion diversity, because diversity is the thing that strengthens individuals, communities, society. I hope we will be able to promote peace and prosperity for each one of us, for every community, every country around the world. We are proud that you did your MBA degree at INSEAD. We are proud that now you're becoming ambassadors of our school. I have no doubt that the class of 17J will change our world for the better and contribute much to the prominence of our alumni and our school. A school that from now on you can call your own. You are INSEAD. You are not only alumni now, you are our partners in this magical journey called INSEAD. Congratulations and good luck. Thank you.